Hi, I'm Christina Mogg. I'm with Hoopla.
Hey, I'm Megan Hamlin with Southern Branding.
And today we are going to be talking about conference giveaways because I think with everything opening back up, there's conferences are actually happening. They're not virtual anymore. And I've been inundated with just kind of displays, tents, and conference giveaways. So I thought this would be a good opportunity for us to, after talking about kind of brand fill, junk, segueing into conference giveaways is a great segue because a lot of times conference giveaways are high quantity, low price points. So,
yeah. Yep. And the conference giveaways are the things that you see like filled in the trash cans as you're exiting because everybody's like thrown it away because they don't want 10,000 plastic bags that has a cheap lip balm.
Well, yeah, I would say the lip balms are popular, or and I do think like a tote is a smart giveaway because people are trying to carry around all of their stuff. But when you give those totes away that are kind of that really thin, non-woven material, one of my cats just thinks that's the best thing to chew on, and all the handles get chewed off. And so I think when you give away one of those, it's great for brand fill in the sense of like, yes, someone will be wearing it at the conference, but it'll probably be thrown away in the hotel room once they pack their bags. Now, if you give away a canvas tote, which is, just a little more expensive, with some retail branding, so you can make your branding look retail on it. Or my favorite things are the little tuck and toss, the packable totes. People love those. I give those away to my, clients I meet, and everyone just loves them. And you can do something called sublimation.
Those are the ripstop material that folds up. It's going to last you forever. Yeah. You put it in your car, you put it in your bag, whatever. It's not going to tear.
And the beautiful thing is it all fits into that pouch, and the branding that you can do on those, it's that full sublimation, which, do you want to explain what sublimation printing is?
Well, so, okay, we need to do another one that's just about different decoration.
Yeah, totally.
Okay, so basically what sublimation is the entire thing is going to be your artwork. So it starts off as white, and then the entire thing is whatever you dream up, imagine it to be is what.
Oh, here, I have an example. It's my laptop case.
Yeah.
So that's sublimation, complete customization.
Also from the same supplier.
Yes, one of my favorite suppliers. Shout out to Numo. It's not a secret. They're out of Texas, and they're great to work with because they have really good graphic design capabilities that they help support with. And they have really great items. Did you want to share something else?
Totally. Well, another great Numo one. So it's a Swedish. Yep, with the pocket on the front, and this one had magnetic back with it as well. So the koozie is my favorite example of taking like an everyday item that has a really high potential of being thrown away because everybody has that koozie drawer. So it's got to make the cut. So you got to do something so that it's actually kept. So if we're just a little bit more, make it something that's a fun suede material, or maybe it's a fun metallic or denim, so many different possibilities with what it could be. Add a pocket to it or add a magnet to it. And then it becomes something that's different and unique. And then it's the wantable, keepable, stealable that we talked about, right?
Yep.
That's what it becomes. And then, it's a whole trend. We even have people that do these annually. So like as a commemorative, so every year.
A collector's item.
Yes, a collector. Oh, an ad limited edition or collector's item in front of anything, and people want it. Okay, so the other thing I want to bring up though with doing conference items is it doesn't have to be large quantity, small budget, small low price point kind of thing. You can also do a lot with offering to drive to your booth, with offering, maybe something that's a larger item and it becomes a drawing, or it becomes like, oh, you're doing a social media campaign with it as well, about posting with a photo at your booth or something like that. And then you have a drawing to give away a really large item. We've seen a lot of success with that as well.
Well, and if you think about it, you could even do one of those smaller items. One item that I recently did, look at me, just not prepared, but pulling things out. I recently did these metallic lip balms. You can't really see my branding on it because it's not focusing good. Oh, and it's upside down. But this is an inexpensive giveaway, and you don't have to do the metallic version. I just liked it. And you could put that on a little card with a QR code with a call to action, like register with this QR code. And then you have your Big Daddy thing showing your Big Daddy present or whatever giveaway showing at your booth and saying, here's your giveaway that you can keep. Here's the call to action. And then it gets you everyone's, information. And then you do the drawing for whatever you're displaying.
Yeah, totally. Also, I want to backtrack on what I said just a little bit with the lip balm or the pen, because there's nothing wrong with those items.
But give out the best one.
Yeah, give out the best one and make it something that's unique and memorable with your messaging. Yeah. If you're just having your logo on it, like that's not distinguishing you from anybody else that's handing out a pen with their logo. There's nothing different about that makes it wantable. But if you put some sort of fun messaging on it, then it's wantable and it will be kept. But I think that's really important because a lot of times we focus on, your brand being your logo.
Yep.
And your logo is not what your brand is. So your brand is how people feel about you when they experience your brand. So I think when you do messaging, you still get those warm, fuzzy feelings, and it doesn't matter that your logo isn't large and in charge on it.
Well, and so to play off of that, that's another reason I absolutely love Sublimation, because it can look really retail and fun. But also because if you are going to, a conference and the demographic is, let's say, nurses or lawyers or whatever it is, you could come up with a really fun print or a kitschy little saying. And then, like you said, your logo is the supporting actor, but people are going to all be loving this because it's relatable to their industry, So I think that's kind of and that's another thing about working with a brand partner like ourselves. We are all back in. No, but it's true. If you can go and do everything yourself on 4imprint or whatever it is, or work with someone that's kind of giving you like just the top 10 brand fill conference giveaways and not really putting the thought into it. But when you work with an actual, consultant partner, we're going to take the time to really think about your event, give you that good, better, best, so you can really see what your spend's going to get you, and then help you with that creative messaging.
Have you referenced, so, we have a whole Pinterest board available to us, right? With different items and fun messaging.
I know that.
Yes. Okay. So I'll have to link that up with you.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's already kind of been curated for us as a great resource. And so I think things are constantly being, as you see things, you can add to the Pinterest board as well. And it's a great reference for our clients.
And that's another tool actually that I use with some of my clients that are more really hands-on with the creativity. Like sometimes what they'll do is they'll have their marketing kind of event coordinators create a Pinterest board and then share it with me. And then that way I can really understand their inspo for the event and the vibe that they're looking for, which really helps me really nail it down, because as I think we've said before, we're in this stuff day and night with different types of clients and different kinds of events, but at the same time, there's millions of items to look through. So if you do have some inspo or some kind of vibe that you're trying to have, and you can kind of send us a couple of links or a couple of images when you're working with us, it really helps me immediately understand where to start going with the items and the colors and the messaging and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And, it also helps when you're working with somebody who understands your brand and your industry.
Yeah.
So, and then especially when you have history with them and it's already okay, well, we did that for Christmas last year. So, you already know all of that. You have their history and are able to help narrow down and funnel the suggestions.
So I have a question for you.
Okay.
If you, and we kind of went all through all of this, but if you don't have a lot of money to spend and your quantity, let's say, is 150, which is not too little, not too much. What would be your go-to item to recommend just in general when you have that lower price point, maybe $2 or something?
Okay, well, so like I said before, well, the magnetic koozie is kind of out of that price range, but you can still do a fun koozie. That's something different. So that's always a good go-to. One of my other favorite things is a Tech Taco cord organizer.
Yeah.
Here in our showroom, thinking like, surely I have examples. So something, something that's kind of like that.
And the nice things about the things you're picking too are they're easy to pack in case you're lugging it yourself. Some people ship it directly to the conference, but I mean,
and so here's the thing with this too. It's not as though these are like totally inspired ideas. When we're talking about like, oh, I just need something generic, that's a giveaway. This is what it's going to be. And when it's something that's more specific to an event, like that's a different story that we're having a different conversation about, right? So what I do like about this though, is that they're available where you can do, so this would be like what you're talking about with
sublimation.
Yep. So you can have it be whatever you want it to be that is specific to your brand, specific to the event, whatever. I have dozens of these in my bags in my car, always keeping things like that organized. And I also, you might feel like these are overplayed, but I'm a microfiber cloth girl. I really like the microfiber cloth. So something like this.
Yeah.
That can even be folded down.
Sublimation again. Megan likes her sublimation.
I do. That can be, so then it can be like a business card. Yeah. I really like this. Obviously I have glasses, but even if you don't have glasses, in your car,
your phone, tablet, your phone. Yeah.
Everything is a touch screen now where you need some time. And by the way, these are not all made the same. So yes,
you want to
tell you what you need.
I will tell you my favorite go-to items. I have to grab one from in this bag because I didn't come prepared. Oh, well, here's a canvas bag. Like I was talking about, these are maybe $2.50 each. How cute are these?
So cute.
And they can come in different colors and people will keep it. My other low cost giveaway is blue light glasses. Yes. I love the blue light glasses. They're inexpensive. They come in a ton of colors, and you can actually, if you order 150 of them, you can pick, several different colors as long as the branding's the same. And then if you do have a little bit more money to spend, these are just absolutely adorable. And sorry for all the crinkling. I haven't opened them up, but I did these for a client. And so everyone loves socks, and they're not the kind, these are not, you do not want sublimated socks, because sublimated socks, when you pull them, become white.
Yep.
And they're printed on. You always want woven socks when you're going to give them away, because the quality is going to be a lot better. But like the amount of designs and stuff you can do on them, they're a little pricier, but if you get those higher quantities there, you can get them for $5, and people are going to keep those and wear those. So I think that's pretty important.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that that's really the bottom line with what you have to think about in when you're looking at your budgets and your marketing spend and how much you have set aside for promotional products and swag and things like that for conferences is where are you going to make your biggest impact? If you feel like you just have to have something to give away something, that is where it might be a waste of dollars and goes back to the brand fill that we're talking about. But if you're strategic about how you're giving things away, not everybody always gets the same level of a giveaway as well. So, you can do something that is maybe a little nicer item, like we've given some examples of, that's still lower budget, lower price point. Then you can do something that's maybe even a little upgraded item that goes out to your, serious people. That's another tier. And then you can also do like what we talked about with doing a large giveaway item, like a really, really super nice cooler, a really, really nice, apparel piece, something like that has a whole, I think all of it should have a social media campaign behind it, when you're doing giveaways for conferences, right? Like you want it all to tie back like that. And that's what your quantifier is then. But I think that when you're doing those three things. So lower price point, nicer item, a higher tiered item for the certain kind of person. Yeah. And then if you do something that's going to really draw people in, that's a larger item, larger scale item, your booth is going to be a huge success.
Well, and I was thinking when you were saying that larger giveaway item, and I had earlier said, well, you can give away something small with like a call to action, blah, blah, blah. Mm-hmm. Actually, one thing that I always love when I'm walking for miles upon miles when we do our conference every year that we go to, is food. Oh, I'm freaking hungry. And so I think like if you were to do the larger giveaway, because I'll be honest, most food, I eat it and I throw it away. I'm not really remembering who gave it to me. Yeah. So I think the important thing on the food, and I think I actually have like a sample and it's from a show. I'm just digging around in my purse down here. I might have taken it out. But so having a call to action, this one's really cute. And it's actually from a show I went to. And it's a little piece of chocolate. And on the back is the call to action on it. Love it. I mean, how cute is that? And so like you're kind of nourishing people, getting them through the show, but then having that call to action for that bigger prize. I think that's like a great strategy. And I don't want to go over time because we've discussed, I think we are already a little over time, but that's fine.
We'll figure it out at some point. Well, we will.
So I'm going to ask our like fun question at the end.
Okay. What's her question? She doesn't tell me these questions, by the way.
I don't tell her. I don't tell her. And she'll ask me and I'll say, I'm not telling you. What did you want to be when you grew up?
Oh, I wanted to be lots of things. I wanted to be, I think, a veterinarian first. Always loved animals, or maybe I wanted to be an artist for those are kind of but I wanted to be an artist also. My dad he's retired now, but a graphic designer. Oh, cool. And so I like growing up, he was an artist, and that was before too. It was all computerized, and it was a little different then. So he was actually doing art.
That's very cool.
Yeah. And so that's what I would see. And I would see him at his office doing all that. And my mom was also very involved in a similar type of industry, actually kind of like our industry.
Oh,
and
cool.
Yeah. So that's kind of what I grew up around. And I just thought it was so cool that he was an artist and I wanted to be an artist. So.
Well, I love it. I think when I was growing up, and I still have secret dreams of it. So if anybody in Boise is out there and wants to give me a shot, I could moonlight for this maybe. I wanted to be a news anchor.
Okay.
I want to be a news anchor. So the secret's out.
Okay.
And all right. That's what I wanted to do.
That actually, yeah. I can see that.
Totally.
Yeah.
So we will have to think about what we want to talk about for next week. But I think like we touched on it, maybe it would be decoration methods, explaining the decoration methods and explaining what vector art is.
Oh boy. Yes.
Yeah, that's a can of worms. So yes. I'm gonna sign off and we'll see you next week.
See ya. Bye.
Bye.